Thank you so much for agreeing to catch up with us at Occhi Magazine today.
No problem. Thanks so much for having me, Kendra.
It's a pleasure to chat to you today. For readers unfamiliar with you and your background, please introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
Natalie Maddix. I'm the founder and creative director of House Gospel Choir.
What is House Gospel Choir?
House Gospel Choir, it's kind of like the most literal band name probably in music ever. It's a gospel choir that does house music. We do gospel songs in a house style and house songs in a gospel style. So it's a lot of fun. It's closer to a rave than it is church, but you'll definitely come there and feel uplifted if you ever manage to catch a show or listen to any of our music.
How did you form the House Gospel Choir?
How did I form the House Gospel Choir? I just called up some of my friends that I knew were good at singing and asked them if they'd like to come and sing some house tunes with me one Monday. This was back in 2014. It was just always a dream to do it, and they said yes, thankfully. And in that first session, there was 12 of us. I've just never stopped, and we've rehearsed probably pretty much every Monday since then. Give and take some days around COVID and a few other things, but it was my way to keep making music and to just share the joy of singing together with people once a week, just to help me feel a bit better and help us all feel a bit more uplifted. So it was as simple as that. Like, it was just a room in East London that we got together in, and it's just gone from strength to strength. Obviously, I had like big dreams, and I'm very ambitious, I think, and I definitely had a vision for where I'd like to see the choir go as an artist. It sounds simple, but actually doing most of the things that you want to do, the first step usually is quite simple.
Wow. So it's been 10 years.
It has been 10 years.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What were you doing before the choir? What was your background in music or your aspirations?
Yeah, so I started off kind of wanting to sing and do solo stuff, and I used to do spoken word, and until I was about 19 or 20, I was really active in just going around gigging and getting any show I could as Natalie Maddix, the singer-songwriter. But actually, a little bit disheartening. It's not as fun doing everything by yourself, and it's really hard. So I have massive respect for anyone that really has that self-belief and goes for it as a solo. For me, though, I realised my passion for music was definitely in the energy of working collectively. That was where I found the most joy. So I carried on. I was studying. I did anthropology and media at Goldsmiths, and while I was studying, I started working for a music company, doing education programs for young people, tour managing, and event managing and things like that. So I started working within the music industry. And at the time I started the choir, I was freelancing as a tour manager. And just the more I worked in music, the less I was enjoying music, if that makes sense. Like, I'd stopped raving, I'd stopped going out, I'd stopped just making music for the joy of it. So House Gospel Choir was my way of reconnecting with that joy and reconnecting with the people that I enjoyed working with the most.
What does community mean for you?
Community. Community is essential in everything. I'm my background. My parents are Jamaican, so I grew up as part of a big community. We've got a big family, and there were gatherings and events where everyone came together. Everyone did something. Someone was cooking the chicken. Someone else was doing the curry goat. Someone brought the speakers for the sound system. Someone else was in charge of, taking the coats at the door. Whatever the thing is, everyone has a role to play in making an experience enjoyable for the many, and being Jamaican, like our catchphrase, our slogan even is out of many, one people. So there's this sense that community and unifying allows us to live out more of our, aspirations and more of our dreams, because you have a group of people that are there supporting and connecting you together. Being Jamaican, also, my granddad was a partner man. I don't know if you know what a partner is. It's the way that a lot of Jamaican people saved money when they first came here to be able to do simple things. So everyone would put in, say, like we all put £10 in a week, and then there's 10 of us, so we go from £10 to £100, right? And over that 10 weeks, one person gets all of the money. So it's a way of supporting each other as you're saving, because in 10 weeks I can save £100, right, at £10 a piece. But the ability to help other people as you're going along is a really, really intrinsic part of the process. It's about trust, it's about community, it's about family and having those bonds with people. So like every aspect of my life, I suppose, growing up, I was very aware that how you succeed at anything, you need to work collaboratively. The community is very, very necessary for me. I love it. I know a lot of people don't think it's necessary, but working together and interdependently, I think it's the only way, really.
That sounds really powerful, and also like it grounds you in, I guess the music industry as a place can be quite individualistic, depending on your artist.
Yeah, absolutely.
And to be supporting each other together through that.
Yeah.
Sounds really powerful.
Yeah. And, yeah. It's the way I enjoy living life, full stop, I think there is a real push within our culture as a British society, or in the UK. There's a real onus on independence and individualism, it will only get you so far. People need people, and we're all standing on the shoulders of someone. So yeah, really important.
People do need people.
People do need people.
And how does that translate into like the experience of coming to a show? I've read some things about welcoming audience participation, welcoming people being involved. How do those two connect?
Yeah, I mean, church requires your participation, whether it's the same things at the same time from the Bible, or responding. Call and response is an integral part of church culture, definitely. And I come from a Pentecostal and Church of England background, so Catholic, actually. Big old mixture of faiths and religions going on there. And so that element of participating comes from that. The call and response, the circle shouting, all of it is in the culture, and it's very present in rave culture as well. There is this direct parallel between engaging. If the DJ says put your hands in the air, if you're enjoying that moment, you're going to put your hands in the air. So I think people come into the space not always knowing what to expect, but we're going to need you to clap. We do a lot of covers, so you're going to know some of the songs. Yeah, so coming to a house gospel show, you'll definitely want to get involved. The way that I select vocalists that we work with is beyond just them being able to sing. It's a really diverse choir. So as an audience, you're going to come and you'll probably see someone on stage that looks like you or looks like someone you know. There's all different sizes, shapes, races, creeds, makeups of people on the stage. So the point is just to make sure the audience feel as connected and as part of the choir as possible. So when we say, this is your part, this is what you're going to sing, or this is where we need you to clap, you'll get it. So yeah.
How did the choir grow? So how did you started with those 12 people? How did that yeah, how's the journey been since then with new people coming and all of that?
So the choir works in a few different ways. There's obviously our artist project, so we release music, and people find out about it and buy it and support us in that way. And then but at the root of what we do, it is still about the community. So a lot of it is word of mouth. So after that first session, people were like, "Oh, can I bring my friend that sings?" And or I've got a mate at work. So it very quickly grew from 12 people to 30. And by the May, I think I had about 40 people, and we'd moved to a space in Hackney, and it was way too small for what we needed to do, but we found a way to make it work because we were just having so much fun. So if you'd walked along Mare Street at any point during that year, you would have heard us singing. You would have heard it because the room was that small. So it's just word of mouth, and then we started using social media a lot more. So we'd recruit new people, and so our trainee level, every term we take 50 to 60 people that wanted to learn the songs. So over the 10 years, I've trained about 600 people in total, because we also do an online version during the winter months because it's quite hard to get everyone to Shoreditch. And we've got members that are from all around the world. We've got members in Australia and States and different parts of Europe that log on and sing with us. So it's been a really, really fun journey. And now we put the call out. We have a waiting list of people that want to sing with us, and it keeps growing. And I'm really grateful for that, because it's hard to keep training new people every term. I also run an event called Assembly, which is at the Rich Mix, about once a month. We do maybe 7 or 8 a year, where anybody can come and sing. So you sit in your harmony section. If you're not sure what your section is, we'll help you find that out. We'll teach you a song, and we often have a special guest. You don't have to be the best singer in the world to do Assembly, but yeah, anyone is welcome. Everyone can be part of that. And if you're a bit shy, the bar's open, but everyone's so sweet and just welcoming. So we've been doing that since 2018, 2017, and that keeps growing as well. But the core choir that go out and perform, generally we only have about 12 to 15 on stage. In the early days, I used to try and get 40 people on stage. I was mad though. I was just like, it has to be big. So this event actually, Chaka Khan's Meltdown, we have 40 singers, and I'm so excited to have that many on stage because all the festival shows we do, the stages are not big enough to accommodate, and the costs involved, as you can imagine, in bringing a full 40-piece choir to Manchester is just prohibitive, to say the least. But everyone gets a chance to perform if you've trained with us. And this time we get 40 on stage, plus our full band. So it's going to be so fun, so fun.
Well, what can audiences expect for this show coming up as part of Meltdown?
It's a slightly more stripped back show, actually, in terms of sonically. Well, part of it is I don't want to give too much away. Yeah. We're still gonna party. We've still got tempo. We're still gonna sing all the songs you know and love. But we'll be doing some new songs from our upcoming album, which is out in August. It's called Love Is the Message, and we'll have some covers on the album, and they'll be in the show too. And then we're gonna have a party as well. The DJ will be coming and being involved at some point, but it's our Sunday service show, so it's our opportunity just to really focus on the choir and just bring that feeling and to inspire an audience of people that just want to be uplifted on a Sunday, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Could you tell us a bit more about Love Is the Message?
The album?
Yeah.
I'm super excited about it, actually. It's our second album. Our first album came out in 2020 during the pandemic, so it was pretty tough. That came out on Island Records, and it was a great album. Love it to pieces. But this time I have started my own record label, called Swear Down Music. I'm from Brixton. This is how we talk here, and it's just about Like, I'm telling the truth. Like, this is a promise. Swear down. This is going to be the best music I know how to make. And so the album Love Is the Message, it's got a couple of covers on it, of songs that we've been doing in our set, but over the years. But I'm a songwriter as well, and within the choir there's lots of singers, songwriters, producers, DJs. It's a really, really talented bunch of people. So we've got, the rest of the songs are all original songs. Producers I've worked with on there are Rudimental and amazing producer called Nikki Brown, and an up and coming, or newer producer rather, called From London. So those are my three main producers on there. Got a couple of guest features, might be maybe one from Beverly Knight. And yeah, it's I am just feel entirely blessed to really be bringing this to life, and it's a real labor of love, and it's a bit scary putting out an album independently, but I feel very compelled to do it, and yeah, we've put everything we've got into it, so hopefully it gets received well. I love it. It's my favorite music so far that we've made, and it's really just an exploration of what love means, because so often love is kind of relegated to this idea that it's just about romantic, relationships, but my experience of love is so much broader than that. Love is about community. Love is about care and committing and trusting people beyond just romantic situations. So yeah, it's a really nice exploration through that. That's what I've tried to create anyway. So hopefully people receive the message, and by the end of it, they feel the love that's gone into it. I'm really excited about it. Can you tell? Sorry, I'm nervous.
I'm excited about it too.
So excited.
From when you said the name of it, I was like, oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, I just got some test pressings back from the label, the distribution company. So I went to there's a record store in Brixton that I always pass called Pure Vinyl, and they let me play it there and just test it out. So I've heard it for the first time on vinyl. It's such an amazing feeling to think, oh wow, we made this and it's now here in my hands as a physical thing. It's actually quite overwhelming. Yeah, 10 years in, we're ready to do some new things. So yeah, good.
I guess thinking about there's already things lined up for the future already, like coming up soon. But
yeah,
beyond that, is there anything else that you're looking forward to, or any other intentions or aspirations you have? For yourself and with the choir.
For myself, I think as much as I run a business that allows all these people to operate and be a part of House Gospel Choir, the part I play in that is I'm more than just like an entrepreneur. I am an artist and a musician as well. So I've been enjoying, especially in the last couple of years, songwriting and working with other people as well, beyond just my House Gospel Choir project. There's some exciting things that I've been doing with other producers or other singers for their projects. So I want to see how more of that goes. I'd love to keep supporting people's development, because a big part of it is about training and making sure people know their rights within music as vocalists. So we also run a vocal agency called Rep Vocal Agency, and Rep stands for Record Everything Properly, because so often musicians aren't paid fairly, or haven't had the correct paperwork given to them for the work that they've done. So Rep, what I've been trying to do with that is just re-establish the balance a little bit more, and I'm excited to see where that goes. So that's been fun too. And for the choir, there's so many. I hope you get to see the show, and I hope you get to meet some of the guys. They're genuinely some of the most beautiful people I've ever met. They're so talented, and sometimes I look at them and think, wow, you're here working with me. I'm so lucky. So I'm really excited to see what some of the solo artists within the group go on to do. And they're some of them are working collectively and working with other bands and doing session work for other musicians and touring, all from this training, and that just, it makes me feel so proud of them. So I'm really excited to keep supporting the next generation of musical talent, you know, making sure that they get what they're supposed to get as they go along as well. So yeah, I think that's enough. I think that's enough to be looking forward to.
Where can our readers find out more about you?
Oh, please follow us at House Gospel Choir on Instagram or TikTok. TikTok especially, I'm trying to figure that thing out. It's fun, but it's wild. And you can join our mailing list as well. The links are in our bios. So yeah, stay on our mailing list, and we put everything on our social media. And if you want to be on our close friends on Instagram, you get like a little preview of everything that we're doing, and just advance notification of when tickets go up or when the next assembly is. So please do join the mailing list, and yeah, follow us on socials.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.